Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, subscribe, folks. Comment, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen folks, there's a link tree down below. Has links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there, follow me across all my social media platforms and talk to me because I talk back. Also down there as well as the links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages and turn your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. All right, listen. Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, okay? We're going to have a live radio show. We're going to be talking about the New York Jets. I know the last show we had to cancel because of technical difficulties. There were some issues, but we're back. We're live Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be talking about the things that the Jets have coming up, upcoming preseason game, all kinds of things. So please call in. I take live callers. I love going back and forth with folks about this New York Jets football team. So with that said and put to the side, coming to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets green and white scrimmage. I'm giving you my recap. There's a lot of things out there, a lot of reports flying around, a lot to talk about, so we're going to get into it. So I want to start with the offensive side of the ball first, and I'm going to start with, Zach Wilson and his struggles. So the offensive side of the ball, has some issues, clearly. We see it all around out there. There was drops by wide receivers. Moore seemed to be a little bit quiet. Elijah Moore didn't have as big as an impact that we've seen and heard about, on a daily basis in practice. Mims didn't really have a catch until later on in the game. I think Keelan Cole was barely out there. So I kind of attribute all of that to this being a brand new offense. They're still trying to figure things out, what to implement, how to use our rotation of wide receivers. I think Sellers even talked about that they're still trying to figure out who fits where and what they're supposed to do. Even though Corey Davis had some catches as well, he looked like he was solid out there. So him and Wilson are kind of building, continuing to build on their connection. So there was also a lot of drops from them too, the wide receiver position, guys that should have had some catches and they weren't able to make them. But the big thing that came out of it was the struggles of Zach Wilson. Listen, he was 11 for 24. He had 112 yards on the day. I think he had like 7 drives that only amounted to like 3 points. He had 4 punts and he had 2 interceptions. And there's a lot of people in the fan base now that are starting to question him, as a pick. I'm telling you, you can look around on social media. People are they're at the ready, got their foot on their finger on the button, ready to call him a bust. And I'm telling people, whoa, slow down. You know what I'm saying? Slow down a second here. All right. Listen, Zach Wilson is a rookie quarterback trying to find his way in the NFL. And this is something that I said the second that we drafted this kid. All right. The expectations for him to come in and be a guy that was going to throw for 5,000 yards, and you can go on various social media platforms, and there were people talking about these things. There were people saying that we're going to have 3 wide receivers that are going to have 1,000 yards each and all these things. And I said, whoa, wait a second. First off, the scheme, because I think we're going to be running so much, may not even allow that. Second off, our wide receiver core is so solid and so versatile. Maybe those guys, they may not get 1,000 yards. You may not have a guy that has 1,000 yards. You may only have one guy that has 1,000 yards, but everybody is contributing so well that they're playing so well that it doesn't even matter. But my big thing was, hey, Zach Wilson, a rookie quarterback. He's going to be out there trying to figure things out. He's going to be out there putting things together. So he's going to struggle at times during the season like any rookie quarterback does. And I know the first name that people brought up was, well, what about Herbert? What about, what he did with the Chargers and all this? That's great. But not everybody has that great of a rookie season. And even in certain games during the season, he looked like he, struggled at times during this season. So I think Zach is going to have his days. For me, I'm not screaming that this kid is a bust at all. I think that, again, this was a practice where he came out and he struggled. He's going to struggle in other games as well. He's going to probably have some games during the preseason where he's still trying to figure things out. But we have to allow him that time. We cannot sit back and just dump on this kid because he doesn't have, good practice or a good preseason. He may struggle this entire season trying to figure things out because that's what happens with rookie quarterbacks. We've seen great quarterbacks go on from rookie struggles to really step up and succeed in this league, So we've seen that. But, there's things you got to clean up. and he's going to figure that out and kick out the kinks as he continues on. But these are just the kind of days he's going to have. He's going to be up and down. He's going to figure out his way. But the thing that that really bodes more confidence in me, and the reason why I'm not as concerned about just one bad practice, is the coaching that he has surrounding him. He's got a quarterback's coach to fix the mechanic stuff, because we saw errant balls going up and down. There was a lot of inaccurate throws. We saw that, right? During the green and white scrimmage, we saw the missed throws. We also saw, just things not going the way they should be going on out there. So he has a great quarterback's coach to fix the technique stuff. He's got, a solid offensive coordinator that he can lean on. He's got guys that are going to be in his corner to help him out. So I don't have any issues, with this. This was just a struggle by Zach Wilson. He'll come out and he'll be better, the next time that they're out there. Another thing I wanted to speak on was the tight end competition. Let me tell you something. Look, Croft and Griffin are working with the first team. That's all I'm going to say. Croft and Griffin are working with the first team. I know I had a lot of guys, a lot of Herndon Hive in my inbox. Croft and Griffin were working with the first team. They were rotating. Herndon, worked with, that second team. He was working with the backups. Kenny Yeboah made some plays. He was able to catch a touchdown. I think he got it thrown to him from White. So he was able to catch that, and maybe that's something he'll continue to build on, but he's got to continue on. He can't, just lay on that and think, oh, yeah, I'm good. No, he's got to continue to go out there and make plays if he's going to, bring a spot to the team. So he looked like he was solid as well. So going to the defensive side of the ball, though, let me tell you something. This defense is monstrous. Our front is exactly, it's looking beastly, man. It's looking like we all hoped that it would look. C.J. Mosley was out there flying around. Huff was out there flying around. John Franklin Myers coming back from that shoulder injury. He was out there flying around making plays. Our front looks like it's really going to be something else. Even Shepard, was in there doing his thing. One thing that I was really excited to hear about as well is our safety position, our back end. One of the things we were so concerned about, hey, in coverage, these guys are still doing work. Marcus May breaking up passes. Joyner looked like he was all over the place. So our defense looks like it's, going to live up to be what we believe it's going to be this season. Like, they're going to really be cranking it out. The kicking competition as well is something I wanted to speak about too. Nagar versus Amendola. We all know we got rid of Ficken. Amendola looks like a guy at this point. He might be ahead of Chris Nagar at this point. Amendola, I think, was 4 for 4 in drills, and Chris Nagar was 1 for 4. So he's got to figure that out. But this is going to be stiff competition because they've got to get this kicking situation figured out. You watched that first game that just got played, the Hall of Fame game with the I think it was the Cowboys and the Steelers. That you saw the impact that bad kicking had, okay? Because those guys it was a lot of errant kicks in that game. So, and the last thing I really want to talk about, one of the last things I want to talk about was the kick return game too. This is something that I spoke about with a lot of people doing our radio show. Let me tell you something. Ballantyne and Michael Carter, those two guys were back there. They were making moves and putting things together. I could see these guys taking over those positions, and that's big, especially for Ballantyne, a guy that's really trying to make his bones here at the cornerback position. That could be something that gets him to stick here on the football team. That can make his roster. If he could be a solid kick returner for us, oh boy, that could really, seal the deal on him making this team. But one of the things that I really loved as well, because I could go on and on, but the way that Coach Sulla talked to the players after, the scrimmage was done was wonderful. The way that he connects with these guys is insane, I'm just going to kind of sum up what he was saying. He just told everybody basically, listen, this is one practice. Everybody has things we have to work on. Get out there, continue to work and do your thing. So I really, really like, him as being here, him being a leader, him being a coach of this football team. So with that said, please comment down below, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Listen, comment down below. Let me know what you folks think about the situation. What are your thoughts about Wilson struggling, in the green and white scrimmage? How do you feel about our defense? What is the position group that you're really to look, that you're still keeping your eye on, trying to see who's going to come out of? So I want to see what you folks think about that. Comment down below. Let's go back and forth. You folks have a good one. Peace.